Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted a video, and got some stuff going on. Doesn't really look like much. These guys still look the same, but just got to give an update for PA Plow Day, because that's coming up here in a couple weeks, and tell you what's going on with the GT18 and all the rest of them. So, got a bunch of propane tanks in here and scrap cars and stuff like that. And of course, wouldn't be Ohio if the weather was complete shit. Look at this crap. That is snow in April during the spring. What the hell? And a GMC with a 350. But yeah, snow. This is what I'm dealing with right now here. Snow, cold, 38 degrees. It's not sticking, it's basically rain. Falling as snow, landing as water. It's just not doing anything really, but being annoying. So, got propane tanks in here for scrap, pull the valves out of them. Fresh can of gas. And, so the GT18. This thing, I think the motor is finally just on its way out. I'm noticing some oil smoke. It's leaking oil everywhere on top of the engine, which is coming from the breather, I'm going to say. And I think it's burning some oil. Not too much, but a little bit. It's definitely smoking. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to buy Hugh's B48M that he has for sale. Stick that on this guy while this original engine gets rebuilt during next winter. So I don't have this thing go down for a long period of time. It'll probably go down for maybe a weekend or two at most. So that way I can put the motor deck on and actually use it. So this engine is going to get rebuilt, the original B48M. I'm going to swap over my big carburetor that I put on this thing. As you guys know, I swapped the, I put a Kohler carburetor on it because this thing runs so much better with it. The original carburetor was junk. It's all wore out and shit. So, the Kohler carburetor is gonna get swapped over. Swap my manifold. I gotta swap the intake manifold over because it's set up for this Kohler carburetor. I had a custom adapter plate made and everything like that. I got a whole video going into the carb swap, so. Also, I figured out why I wasn't charging. My stator is shot, so I'm going to need a new one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do a voltage regulator and stuff like that, and then get some LED lights for it. So, if the stator on the new engine charges, which I have no idea if it does, then I won't have to replace anything, hopefully. If the voltage regulator isn't bad, then I should be good. But if it is, then I'll have to replace it. So, voltage regulator is like 60 bucks, I think, which is kind of expensive, but we're talking about owning stuff here, so. The 19.9, I'm not going to be not going to be able to get the rear end swapped out before PA Plow Day, so basically the plan is just to put it in third gear low and hope for the best. I am getting a new rear end, thanks to Katera's Collections. He is hooking me up with a splined transaxle out of his new 19.9 that he just got. So huge thank you to Katera's Collections. Go check him out. Awesome dude. Awesome looking restorations. His most recent restoration would be the 500,000th SS16, I believe. And then he's currently working on his, I think it's his girlfriend's SS12 that they're doing an engine swap in. So go check him out, Katera's Collections. I'll I'll see if I can figure out how to put a link down below in the description. So, but as far as the 19.9 goes, the transaxle will be getting swapped out after PA Plow Day, as long as it makes it through. Well, no matter what, if it makes it through or not, it's got to get this transaxle swapped out. And yeah, I just filled it up with gas. I'm gonna do some cold starts here once I'm done talking. The GT18 will be going to Plow Day, but as a backup tractor, just because it's not charging and the fuel pump draws a lot of battery power for some reason. So the plan now is to get old Blue out, get her set up with some mag tires, and then I've got a 3-point plate off of an ST16, a white one that should work, and I'm going to put the 3-point parts that came with that 3-point hitch on the GT18, which you can't see. You can see the arm there, but the 3-point parts off of this 3-point hitch will be going onto this tractor, and then it will pull the 8-inch moldboard that is right here on the shelf, sitting right there. Because I just acquired I finally got the 10-inch moldboard for this one. So this one will be pulling the 10-inch since I'm gonna run the big tires on this one. It's got more power. I figure this one's perfect to pull the 10-inch, and that'll be all good to go. This one's gonna be my night plower because it's got lights and it charges. So it should be all good to go there. I'm gonna change oil, do the transaxle fluid, and just send it. See if I can't get the grill welded up too before then, but if not, won't threat too much. I also gotta figure out a way to hold this tie rod end on, because as you can see here, it just pops right off. So the little rubber shim in here is missing. So I'm gonna fix that somehow or another. And and I gotta get a battery. So this one doesn't need too much, thankfully. That's pretty much it. And then this guy will be getting the engine rebuilt this summer. I finally started working. I got a new job, and so now I'm gonna have some funds coming in, and I can finally start working on this guy. The plan will be to rebuild the original 16 horsepower BFMS Onan motor with like a 10 or a 20 over bore. And if I could find it, I don't know where the hell it went, but I know it's around here somewhere. I have a 20 horsepower Kohler Command carburetor laying around that will be going on it, but if not, I can run the original carburetor, because this one ran really good with the original carburetor, no problems. So, and then when the new engine gets here for that guy, I have to borrow the starter off of this guy, because the one on the SS16, I had a cheap Chinese Amazon starter and it broke a long time ago. That had to be over a year or two ago now. Can't remember. I think I have a video about it on YouTube. So, I'll just go on my old videos and find it. And, so yeah, this guy will be up and running. Hopefully by August, I plan to have it up and running and hopefully broken in. But if not, then when it goes to the Dover Steam Show, which is in late August, I will just break it in there. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can also see, I shined up the tires a while ago, and this camera does pretty good with picking it up. And, yeah, it looks great. I got to get some new front tires for it, because the ones that are on it are going flat, like, overnight. So I'm either going to tube those or get new ones. But I'm thinking I might get new ones, because those are a little bit worn out from the tractor pulling days. These came off of my old... The tri-rips came off of my old pulling tractor, my old Cub, and they don't hold air very well. And then these were a set of tires that we had laying around that were brand new, never used, not dry rotted or anything like that. The final set probably, I'm just going to say final set because they don't make these tires anymore. These are the Carlisle Super Lugs. As you can see, the nice meaty tread. As this is... I think Firestone makes something like this with this kind of tread pattern, with this deep tread pattern, which is something else I want to look for so that I can give my dad back his tires from this thing and then use another set of steel rims I have laying around, sandblast them, paint them silver, and mount some Firestone 26s up to it. So, but now let's go ahead and get to the cold starts. We'll start with, and we'll do the GT18 first. I don't think I've ever showed you guys the process I got to go through which to start this thing. So you got to take off the air cleaner lid. You got to take this lock nut off. Pull the air filter out. And then turn the key on. Of course, make sure it's out of gear. And then I gotta put my hand over that hole after the fuel pump primes for a couple seconds. So, let's get the old beast running. Give it some throttle, and then she should go. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Should be good now. Do the battery charger off the hood of this guy and get her going. So this one's going to take a little longer to start because I ran it dry out of fuel. We'll give it some choke, throttle, and see what she does. Oh no. Come on, baby. Give her a second. There she goes. This one took a little convincing, but she's running. Hey, there's a little smoke. yeah, these guys are running pretty good. GT18, it's running, it's not bad. But I mean, 19.9 took a little convincing to get it going because I ran it dry, so. And obviously the battery was a little weak, so I'm gonna have to throw that guy on it. But expect to see a lot of videos from the GT18 this summer, or with the GT18 this summer, because after I do that engine swap, I'm going to run the shit out of this thing. And as long as that engine I get off a Hue makes it through this season while the original one gets rebuilt, I will be perfectly happy with it. And if it makes it longer, then well, fine with me. You know, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I do plan on rebuilding an engine for this thing and starting fresh. So, and then, of course, get the charging system and everything going. Of course, the 19.9 is getting her new rear end soon after PA Plow Day. The SS16 is going to get her rebuild that I've been talking about for the longest time, and it's finally going to happen this summer. And then, of course, I haven't forgot about the John Deere, which, honestly, I want to continue with this project, or actually start on this project, really, because I haven't even really started it. Nothing's been taken off or anything like that. Like I said, I want to start this project, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it, because I'm looking for maybe like a 318, 332, or 430. Because this guy right here, the Kubota, hasn't been a bad tractor. It's never let me down. I've done quite a bit of work with it over the, past season. Well, I wouldn't even really say season, because I got it in the late mowing season. I put about 10 hours or so on it, if not a little bit more. It's got just a little over 1,000 hours now. And, it just needs some stuff replaced. Like, it needs a couple belts, and it's going to need glow plugs and stuff like that. So it's nothing major, it's not like I blew the motor, which if I did blow the motor, then this thing probably would be gone already. But this thing is just, I don't know, I'm not the world's biggest fan of this thing. It's never, like I said, it served me well. It's super fuel efficient because of the diesel. I can mow the lawn about 3 or 4 times on a tank full of diesel. So, and it hasn't been bad. It definitely is lacking in some stuff. Like, it's lacking in attachments. Like, I know you can get a snow plow and a snow blower and a cab, which, that's fine. That's probably all I would really need. But, I want 3-point hitch and plow and stuff like that. Hydraulic lift, all that shit. This doesn't have it. It doesn't have a down pressure system on the hydraulics, at least as far as I know. It actually might. I have no clue. I've never mounted anything up to this thing other than the 60-inch deck. So, but I may possibly sell this for a 430 or a 332. I don't really want to give up having a diesel, because it's nice to run a couple a couple mows on a tank full of diesel fuel. And of course, the John Deere, literally, there's so many parts still available for it. It's not even funny. This tractor right here was, I think, a 2-year production tractor. And really all it is just a big lawnmower. At least that's what, my old boss told me at the previous place I worked at. So, he said it's a good tractor, but there's not that much available for it. At least that's what I've been told. So, I could, in theory, get some stuff for this guy and just run the shit out of it, but I don't care really for the belt drive, Peerless transaxle, just because, I've had problems with it. Like, I basically blew this one up, and I had the 208, which is out back, but the 208 has the same setup, and it just kept throwing belts left and right. So, I think I'm pretty much done with these 200 series. They're not bad tractors. I really don't want to get rid of this one just because it is in such nice shape. The tires are all original, not dry rotted. But unfortunately, the drivetrain just, I need to put a whole new drivetrain in it. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll just look for another 14 horsepower Kohler and stick it on here and put a tranny in it and maybe hold on to it for a while and then sell it and maybe get rid of this guy and then just get a 430. So that way I don't have this thing sitting around waiting to be used. This thing, I don't want to have it sitting around waiting to be used. My mom doesn't really want me to get rid of it because, you know, she loves mowing with this thing, and she'd be pretty upset if I got rid of this thing. But unfortunately, you know, it is mine, so it's my decision on if I want to sell it. She doesn't really want me to because she uses this, you know, as well as me. So, but like I said, it's definitely lacking. It could use a diff lock, it could use power steering and stuff like that. But I think a 430 is going to be coming sooner than later, I hope. So, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off here. It's getting a little long and drawn out, and I'll leave you guys with this shot, and I'll talk to you later.